Okay, to solve question 29 from the geometry homework on page 360, we have to use the Pythagorean theorem. Now I also got a question about 30. 30 will be done the same way, so I'll do 29 and you should be able to use that as a guide to answer 30. If not, you can ask me at the beginning of class tomorrow or Thursday, depending on when you have it. Now, it says in the directions, what are the lengths of the sides of the kite? So the fact that we know this is the kite, this is how I mark these sides. We have two pair of consecutive sides that are congruent, but opposite sides are not. Okay, we also know that in the kite, diagonals are perpendicular, so we've created a bunch of right triangles here. So if we want to find the length of this side and this side, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. In both of these cases, we are looking for the hypotenuse. Okay, Pythagorean theorem, c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So let's work with the first triangle here with legs of 4 and 5. Again, we're looking for the hypotenuse. So c squared is equal to 4 squared plus 5 squared. So c squared is equal to 16 plus 25. So c squared is equal to 41. So c is equal to the square root of 41. Now remember, most of the time when we would solve an equation using square roots, it would be plus or minus, but in this case, we're dealing with length, and length can only be positive, so it's just the square root of 41. Now that cannot be simplified, so we can just leave that as an answer, I think. No, it says to give your answer to the nearest hundredth. Okay, and according, let's see, the square root of 41 would be approximately 6.4, since it says to the nearest hundredth, this is the tenths, hundredths, it's 0.3, but it says in terms of hundredths, so we'll put 6.40, okay? Now that is this answer here, okay? Now when you do the same thing, find the hypotenuse. Again, we use c squared equals a squared plus b squared. In this case, the legs are 5 and 7. So we have that c squared is equal to 25 plus 49. So c squared is equal to 74. So c is equal to the square root of 74. Okay, now what we do need to check here is we need to check to see if this can be broken down. Now you can check to see if a perfect square will go in here evenly. I would start with 36, because I know nothing larger than 36 will go in there. 36 will not go in evenly. So after 36 we have 25, which again is no. 16, which again is no. And then from there we could try 9, which doesn't work, or 4. If you wanted to try another method, you could start here with 2. If you get to 2 and 37, you'll see that 37 can't be broken down. So again, this can't be broken down, at least not in terms of a radical, but again, I guess the question is asking it for in terms of a decimal to the nearest 100th. So the square root of 74 is approximately 8.60. Again, it's 8.602. So again, we'll write 8.60. And that's how you answer question 29, and question 30 would be done the same.